So we definitely know that the Marvel Universe is changing when it comes to the future of the films. And for all the disconnect they do, we definitely know that the TV side of things will probably see somewhat of a change as well, depending on exactly which direction the MCU goes in. Now, we've recently talked about various things that they're hinting at, different, future post-Avengers 4, different team lineups, pretty much the finale of the MCU as we know it with Avengers 4. Now, recently, Bob Iger, who is of course the man in charge of everything at Disney, had a few things to say. And one quote really stood out to me, and this is what he says, and I quote, "We're looking for worlds that are completely separate, geographically or in time, from the worlds that we've already visited." So while that's a brief quote, there's a lot to unpack in that one. So let's start at the beginning. So he says, "We're looking for worlds that are completely separate." Now, I don't think necessarily he's saying this like some people might be thinking, like they're looking for planets, like worlds, I think he's saying that they're possibly looking at worlds which we've seen nothing like Guardians of the Galaxy. Up until that point, there wasn't a comic book movie that looked like Guardians of the Galaxy. That could almost exist in its own world, but it's connected to the MCU. If you wanted to watch it alone, which I know many people did, you'll still get a full enjoyment out of it. But then he says, geographically or in time, which once again, we know Captain Marvel is a period film set in the 90s, so they could possibly be looking for films like that. Films that they can maybe set in the past, who knows, maybe we get an Ant-Man film focusing on the early adventures of Hank Pym. We don't really know what they mean here, but it looks like they're definitely open to those ideas if they end up working out. And then obviously that they want them to be separate from the worlds that we already have visited, which I think once again means, something unique, something different that we're not expecting. Take the next leap forward. Like I said, Guardians of the Galaxy was a major leap in a new direction for the MCU, just like Avengers was a brand new leap for Hollywood in a direction nobody expected. So they're probably looking to do something crazy like that, and then nobody's expecting them to do, and hopefully they stick it, they get a successful landing, and they can focus on that and try to go a little bit more in that direction than kind of sticking to what they've been sticking to so far, which is basing everything around the Avengers in that tone and feel. So what do you think they're going to be doing? What periods could they possibly be going to of time or geographical locations, and what completely separate things could they possibly be doing? You guys, let me know your thoughts on them down below, because I'm definitely interested to see what you guys have to say about this. And there's probably a lot to be said.